Friends, the late Sir Ken Robinson gave a couple of very inspiring TED Talks. I do highly recommend for anybody who has anything to do with education to watch those two TED Talks. And in one of those talks, he said, education is meant to be the process by which we engage people in their fullness to give them a sense of who they are and their capabilities so that they can lead a life that means something to them and to the rest of us. Too often, it simply doesn't. I think it's worth repeating. Education is meant to be the process by which we, the educators, the policymakers, the teachers, we engage people in their fullness to give them, that is our students, a sense of who they are and their capabilities so that they can go on and lead a life that means something to them, that fulfills them, and to the rest of us. Too often, it simply doesn't. Too often, it simply does not. Let that sink in for a moment, especially if you are in the business of education, in the profession of education. We live in a world where education often falls short of its true purpose, its true promise. Instead of unlocking the potential of young minds, we lock them into classrooms and overload them with facts and dates and formulas to rote memorize. Instead of nurturing creativity and critical thinking and curiosity, we conform students to rigid, outdated system. And that's a problem, not just for the students, but society as a whole, because we end up wondering how come our students are not ready for an AI era where we need innovation, imagination, communication, prompting, original thinking, critical thinking, right? To check where the AI is going right, where it's going wrong, to have that ability to figure out what direction, what output I want from it. All that original thinking, we're taking it away from the students. We're not preparing students for that era. An OECD survey published in The Economist magazine revealed that 75% of schools are hostile to innovation. This is schools and teachers admitting that their schools are hostile to innovation. 75% of them in the OECD nations. Think about that. Schools, places that should be breeding grounds for new ideas and imagination and new entrepreneurial projects and innovation, are resisting and suppressing the very traits they are supposed to inspire. It's a dangerous trend. It's time for everyone connected to education, teachers, parents, students, policymakers, to pause and reflect. Are people being engaged fully in what is being done in the classrooms? Why do a lot of students still complain that classrooms are boring places, that they don't want to be there? There is something more exciting that they can do in their own free time, right? Are we helping these young people discover who they are and what they're capable of before we release them in the outside world? Those are all questions worth asking. And in fact, I think I recollect a personal incident here. I shared the quote by The Economist magazine that 75% of schools themselves agree that they are hostile to innovation. I was giving a talk at a school and the chairperson was sitting there. And just out of respect, in a lighter note, I said, well, this school encourages innovation. And he pointed me out and he said, no, we are in the 75%. And I admit that, right? So that should give you a sense of the ground reality. Here are some things that could change it, that could improve it, especially if you have the power to change, right? Number one, nourish creativity. Protect the natural born gift that every child has inside them. That is the ability to think in a creative way. You don't necessarily have to teach students to think outside the box because they were born with it. If you don't suppress it, if you allow it to flourish, if you even give it room to breathe in your classrooms, in the sense that if students can come up with their own answers, not just the one in the textbook, not just the one that you taught, if that is a liberty that you give to your students, you are nourishing the gift of creativity that they already have. Imagination in this AI era is not a luxury, my friends. It's a necessity, because only when you can imagine it here can you use that prompt, you can enter it into those AI systems, and you will get the output. Human beings will not just have to collaborate with each other, and now human beings must learn how to collaborate with machines and these AI systems also. So these are the skills we'll need more of. Help children embrace and discover their individuality. That's my second suggestion. Every student is unique. You've probably heard it a lot. You've probably said that a lot in your speeches too. But we don't do the groundwork necessary to help these young people discover and embrace individuality. There are tests such as the Gallup Strengths Finder test or so many other psychometric tests available which help young people discover who they are. And once they know who they are, we can, if not tailor-make education, if not tailor-make lesson plans, we can allow room for that individuality to flourish in our classrooms. We can understand that here is one person whose top strength is music and dance. Here is another person whose top strength is interpersonal skills and communication. Both of them are going to learn differently. So education must help them discover their strengths and their passions, not force them into a one-size-fits-all model. My third suggestion is to foster meaning, foster a sense of meaning and purpose right when they're in school. Equip students with the tools to lead their lives in a way that matters to themselves and their world. You don't want them to run a rat race and then discover 20 years later that they weren't meant for this, or there's no sense of meaning and purpose with it. Have more of these conversations in the classroom to help these young people discover the power of leading a purposeful life right in school, not 20 years into the corporate race. And my fourth suggestion would be to break free from tradition. I mean, of course, some traditions are worth preserving, and by all means, we should honor them, we should preserve them, but rethink outdated systems that stifle innovation that are no longer required. Education must evolve with the times to meet the needs of a rapidly changing world. This is not just a job for schools, and schools should listen to parents and mentors and policymakers and thought leaders so that everybody plays a role, so that all suggestions are welcome. The old model needs a serious upgrade because the ultimate goal of education is not just to pass exams or to secure jobs, because the nature of jobs is changing. If our job is to prepare our students for future jobs and we are following the outdated models, we are doing a disservice to the time spent in the classroom. It's time to raise individuals who know their true worth, who understand their potential, and who can contribute meaningfully to society as a whole. So, my friends, in closing, I'll just say this. If you're an educator, a parent, a policymaker, it's time to pause and ask yourself, are we truly preparing our children for lives of purpose and fulfillment? If not, what's the one step we can take today in the classroom and outside the classroom? Outside the classroom for parents. Is there some activity you can do with them after school that'll help plug the gap, right? Inside the classroom for teachers and policymakers and educators. Is there something that can be done within the current confines that will help nourish creativity, original thinking, critical thinking, communication skills and all that, right? Can we do something within the classroom to make the process of education come alive? So think about that. What is the one step you can take today to make that vision a reality? Please do share this video with someone who's passionate about transforming education. We need to have these conversations that could change lives of millions of young students. Thanks for watching.